And I'm joined now by Dayan Masinde, who's a counselor. You've seen him a few times here now. Karibu sana to the show.
Asante sana,
It's good to have you here again.
Good to be here.
We've been talking about, relationships, right? And how well we know our partners. But a different issue or related issue to that is jealousy.
Oof.
Right? So kuna jamaa mwingine hapa anaitwa Dan. Yeye anasema that there is actually healthy jealousy.
Yes.
Is that true? Yeah, to me, jealousy has always had a very negative connotation to it.
Okay.
Is there healthy and unhealthy jealousy?
Let's first of all define that jealousy. So pretty much being jealous is a feeling of suspicion that either you're losing your partner or your partner is starting to pay attention to another person more than to you. So first of all, we all want to be in an exclusive relationship. Whenever you get into a relationship, you want it to be exclusive. And so the jealous part tends to come now, we are exclusive and you're not focusing on another person. So that one cannot be healthy because jealousy comes from a place of fear. I fear that I'm losing you. I fear that I'm not as awesome as I ought to be to keep you, and that's why you're focusing on another person. I'm not enough for you. So there's a feeling of self-doubt over there. So what brings about this jealousy is that, number one, you could be having a low self-esteem issues. You could be having an identity crisis. You could be paranoid. You could be over-possessive. There's possessive where you are mine, and then there's over-possessive. If I call you and then that phone call rings for 30 seconds, you're in trouble. If I send you a message and then you don't respond to me in the next 5 minutes, you're with somebody. If I see you talking to that shopkeeper and that shopkeeper is of the opposite gender, that's over possessive. So that now you start choking your partner's life. So jealousy cannot be healthy. It comes from a place of fear. Yes.
Okay, Dan, I hope umepata jibu hapo. Asante sana for watching the show. And as we continue with this topic, let's talk about the different lengths that jealousy pushes people to. Because people go crazy.
People go crazy. People absolutely go crazy. Yes.
Let's talk about that.
Because once you start living in a place of fear that I'm losing this person, first of all, you'll become a manipulative. You either do this for me or we are done. That's why some people even use the D word, divorce, or I'm gonna break up with you. And then you have those relationships where it's on and then off. Break up, make up, break up, make up. You're like, So there are those kind of relationships. And then some people also become violent. This is unfortunately especially for men, where if I see you talking to somebody, I'm gonna beat you up. Some people become very, very insulting in terms of emotional abuse. So that if I don't get it that I want, now I start insulting you. I could be a man, and then once my wife, for example, starts doing something bad, I try and look for something to harm her, so I insult her. So that's how far jealousy can get. And then the worst part is that you can even kill. We've heard of instances where someone, because they were jealous that their partner is sleeping away, is cheating, they either kill their partner or even go ahead and kill the person that they thought the partner was cheating with. Right. And sometimes it's all manufactured. Yes, because it could be perceived fear or real fear. It could be true that your partner is actually eyeing somebody else. It could be very, very true. And so that's real fear. You actually have evidence. You're looking at the phone, you're like, hiya, goodness, this guy went over here, he's taken this person or she's taken this person to a date and never done anything for me. So that's real fear. And then there's perceived fear, where no matter how good your partner is to you, you still doubt. Your partner brings you flowers. Who taught you how to air? You've done something wrong. You start acting nice. What happened over there? If you're married and then you start bringing in different love-making skills, who's teaching you these things? So you try as much to do good to your partner, but hey.
Hey, Dayan has not come to play, you guys.
For sure.
This is Full Circle with Joyce, and we're talking about Relationship Tuesdays. And you know what? I want to take a poll right now. Can you tell me? The SMS line is 22999. Tell me right now, are you a jealous partner or are you not a jealous partner? Give me your name and where you're watching us from, again, as we continue with this show. Now, can we talk a bit about the psychology behind our different responses to jealousy?
Yes.
For one person, they may discover that their spouse is cheating on them. And of course, they're frustrated, they're angry, but, they will cry, they will be, down, right? But that's a very different reaction from someone who goes that step to actually seek someone out and murder them.
Yes.
Let's talk a bit about that psychology and how we can sort of almost tame ourselves, but even look at warning signs within our partners just to be cautious?
First of all, psychologically, there are those people who are desperate. You're desperate to find somebody. And so there's some people who are also jealous of a partner that they're not even a couple with. You're not even a couple, but they're really jealous about you. Because why? Either the other person has been making them feel special without a commitment. So you're made to feeling special. So those kind of people now, they will end up being very desperate. They're going to troll on their person's social media. They're going to comment on every single thing they're doing, attack anybody who does that. So psychologically, they become combative. They become very combative. And then there are those people also, because jealousy sometimes has two triggers. You know, there's a trigger of you and your self-identity, which is destabilized, or your partner actually feeds this jealousy by how he or she actually is behaving. So for that particular instance, the psychologically, what actually people do is that you start becoming very irritable. You can't even have a conversation with the person because they're jealous. You try and write an SMS because of the feeling jealous, they start attacking you. So psychologically, they become very combative and very irritable. And then there's also those ones who withdraw. They just withdraw. You know, you tell them something, one-word answers. Send a long message how much you love them. Okay. Or just blue tick you, you know.
But I think that's very annoying. That's not good manners, you guys.
Yes. So, and the worst part is to be in a relationship with somebody who's not expressing their feelings. You know, if you feel threatened, express that you're uncomfortable.
But that's something so many people struggle with, especially your gender, men.
Yes.
Can you maybe give some of the men some guidance?
Yes.
You know, because it's often been perceived as a weak thing, but that's so false. For me personally, a man who knows how to express himself is a very strong man, because it means that he's learned how to deal with his feelings.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Maybe you can just share with the men particularly how they can begin to express themselves in a much more healthy way that would be beneficial to them, because it's beneficial to the relationship as a whole.
Exactly. We gentlemen, I agree with you. A lot of us struggle with being vulnerable. We're not vulnerable to God. We're not vulnerable to the people that we love. We're not vulnerable even to our children, because we feel like there's a part of our emotions we shouldn't express. So we focus on physical things, the car, the house, things that we can see, manifestation of things that we can see, because we don't want to address that inner side. But I need to say this: a man who is responsible and who's expressive with his emotions will take care of the emotions of a woman, because he sees the value.
Wait, hiyo ni ya Twitter.
Yes.
Ati a man who?
A man who is responsible and expressive of his emotions will learn and appreciate how to take care of his woman's emotions.
That's deep.
The reason why we as men, we struggle to take care of our women's emotions, because we're not real with ours. Because we don't see the value of ours, so we don't see the value of hers. But once we start seeing the value of ours, that when I'm down, baby, I'm down. You know, I just need a hug, just whatever, I'm not feeling okay. Then you will appreciate when your wife or when your woman is in that particular state. You won't be like, unalia, kwani wacha utoto, you know? Wacha umama, stop being petty, you know? We won't do that, because we understand that because men cry. We will not admit it, but we cry. Maybe we cry in different ways, but we do cry. And so when a man is able now to be like, you know what, honey, I'm not comfortable with what it is that I'm seeing over here. Maybe you need to do and this and this. I'm not comfortable. And a lot of the times our partners will respond well when we come from a place of love and just understanding. You know what, honey? I don't like that woman that you're chilling with. I don't like that friend that you hang around with. Then once you come from a place of love and just calm down, then that expression will be easily received. But when you come, wewe, wachana kutembea na mtu. If I see you, you utaniona. Then it will be received not in a very good way.
Hey. I hope watu wangu huku kwa studio wanasikiza vizuri. Mwanaume si kukaa tu ngumu saa yote. Shem, wakaka, unasikia?
For sure.
Dan, unasikia? Hey, maze, this is very deep. And I honestly, I think it's bringing to light so many issues that men actually face.
Yes.
And they've always been taught, you know, kalia feelings. And I think it's time for a lot of those to come on. If you'd like us to do a show on men and just dealing with emotions and being more vulnerable, do let us know. Again, the SMS line is 22999. Now, there's someone here who says, I'm watching from Eldoret. And remember the poll that I asked, if you're a jealous partner?
Yes.
He's responded, I am a jealous partner because I don't trust women.
Wow.
That's a That's William, and he's
Yes,
watching
yes,
us
yes,
from Eldoret.
Yes.
We hear a lot of statements like those. Men, I can't. Men are just, or women are just. How can we deal? Because obviously that's, I guess, stemming from either a past jealousy
Exactly,
or some sort of experience that happened. What can we advise William right now following that comment that he just doesn't, and it's a blanket statement, women.
Yes, yes.
What can we tell
yes.
him?
A lot of these things, we pick them up from our past pain. You know, so you carry forward your past pain, and then you generalize every single person who's going to come next. And I need to say this: don't accuse falsely somebody who hasn't done wrong to you. Don't crucify your current partner or your future partner for what your ex did. If your ex cheated on you, that's your ex. That lay the blame on that ex, not on your current or your future partner.
Yes, vile tu Yesu alikufa msalabani. He finished our sins. Woye msibandike sins of someone else on your current relationship. It won't go anywhere.
It won't go anywhere. It won't go anywhere. And then you'll end up missing out on the best of love.
Yes.
You know, my wife and I, we have this group called Single and Saved. In that group, you see a lot of the women are saying all men are dogs. So we try to correct. You cannot be praying, God, tafadhali nipatie bwana, and at the same time you're saying all men are dogs. You need to make up your mind.
Right.
Do you want an honorable man, or are you saying you still want a dog for husband? You know, you need to make up your mind.
Yes.
So you need to heal from that past pain. And so to William, I understand perhaps where you're coming from. Perhaps you come from a place of being hurt in the past, or maybe if you're in a relationship, maybe the current woman that you're with is not loving you right. The thing is, have you expressed that to her in a calm, understanding and mutual and a mature, civil way, so that you can be listened to and be like, you know what, baby, I would love for us to talk. This is how I would really love if you can love me this way. And then she can also give her thoughts and her opinions, and then together you walk in agreement. If you don't voice things out, your partner might not even know that you're stepping on their nerves.
True.
So unakula tu umekula ngumu hapo hivyo unaumia, but you need to speak.
True.
You know?
Dan, we have so many questions.
Yes.
Let me just read a whole bunch of them, and then if there's any threads that you can find, you can sort of try and respond to them collectively. But thank you so much, you guys, for all the feedback that you're sending in. Really do appreciate it. Hey, I'm Janie from Karatina. I have a boyfriend and I love him very much, but he keeps on hurting me when he posts pics with girls. I don't know what to do. And then someone here says, hey, Joyce, I'm Ben. Okay, I'm jealous because my girlfriend is always talking with her ex-boyfriend and denies having feelings for him and always tells me they are just friends, but her ex always texts her as babe, han, and romantic words. Hiya. Hi, Joyce. I'm Naomi from Sharimoyo. Yes, I've been jealous in a previous relationship. I actually did a lot of crazy things for him until a friend sat me down and talked to me about it. You have a good friend, Naomi. And then someone here just says, I'm the overly jealous person. You don't need me your name, but asante sana for your comment. I'm Carol. I'm not jealous, but my bae is so jealous. If I delay in our meeting place, maybe because I was busy, I have to explain from A to Z. Hey, Carol. Wacha tuone ka tunaweza kusaidia leo. I'm Caroline. I think I'm extremely jealous and I'm losing my mind because I found out my hubby has been cheating with his ex. I feel like walking away, but I keep making excuses for myself because of kids. But deep down, I am crushed. Please help. And you know, especially with marriage relationships, when now kids are involved, that's just a whole different ballgame altogether. Maybe we can start with Caroline's comment and question here, and then if you can sort of collectively respond to everyone.
It's true, you know, when the stakes are much higher when it comes to a marriage relationship and then children are involved, you've already done your wedding, everybody knows there are photos of you online, kila mtu. In church, people go like, yes, they're the couple that we admire, and then behind the doors, these things are happening. Because we've counseled a lot of couples who go like that. The world doesn't know the drama and the mess that is inside the marriage. And so it is very, 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 very hurtful. And most importantly, I want to speak to the men. First of all, men, take charge. Once you start the relationship, carry it forward and make sure that your wife actually is well taken care of and is emotionally attended to. That's to the men. To the women, please, first of all, heal. Because I've noticed a lot of us, especially, a lot of people are getting into relationships without taking care of their emotions. And so also they get into relationships with people who are not ready for a relationship. If you get into a relationship with somebody who has no problem with flirting around, that person is not ready to be in a relationship or to be married. If they cannot understand why you're telling them that please, darling, have boundaries or even cut off your ex. Because for the matters of the ex, I will say this. If you don't have a child together, either be done completely or minimize to the bare minimum so that you protect your current relationship. If it means a lot to you, if it means anything to you. As I've actually read about that, the wife who's actually the husband cheated with the ex, that means that, the husband of the wife cheated with the ex. That means that the ex was still in communication with the husband, even in marriage. So once you keep on firing this thing, the thing about an ex is that you've already had these experiences. Maybe you've made love, you've done all these things together, you went to Java, it was a 7-year relationship. And so you invested a lot into that. So you need to cut it off. You need to cut that tie. Because if you don't cut that tie, your ex is going to be the reason why your current relationship is going to end up to be a mess. So put those boundaries. Put those boundaries. And to the lady who actually said, like, my man is always asking, you know, where you at? Try and make your man secure. One of the ways that you can actually do that is even before he asks you where you're at, just tell him. Just tell him, hey, honey, at 6 o'clock I'll be meeting, I don't know, Mary at whatever. And then even when you get there, oh, Mary says hi.
Yes.
You know, you can even take a photo. Hey, check it out. You know, a selfie for Bay. You know, anything like that. So when you do those kind of things, then your partner will be like, you know what? She's got me.
She's easy.
Yeah.
Dan,
Yes.
naona tutakuwekea name tag hapa kwa kitu. We've run out of time
Oh
for
my.
this segment.
Yes,
so
yes.
many more things to talk about, but hopefully we can have you back again.
For
Asante
sure.
sana for being here.
Thank you so much.
We're going to take a break as we get ready to wrap up the show. And indeed, as we continue this discussion on jealousy, Mercy Masika is here with the song He Never Lie. Bongo won't lie to you. Stay tuned.